YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, jumping into an online battle. We're going to be playing as the Lizardmen. Using a double Carnosaur, triple Bastillodon with Solar Engine build here. The weakness here is no magic, and I have no skirmishers, and I have no speed, so to speak. So my infantry is going to be fairly limited. My monster power is rather significant. If he has dragons, the two Carnosaurs can certainly help to deal with them while they're on the ground. We do have to be careful of Nets of Ammontok. And we'll just see how we do. A Skink Priest of Heavens can be useful against the High Elves because it can jack up their infantry with Wind Blast. So that's another way to go. It depends on the terrain on this map too. I hope I didn't pick a really terrain-ridden map here for the Bastillodons. I may have. And if the High Elf deploys in the woods, then that also hurts us. And the High Elf probably will deploy in the woods. People love deploying in the woods on this game. I've noticed that. Like, it's really hard to see in the woods. And it's like people just love like packing all their units into the woods right to begin with. It's really kind of annoying because you can't see anything when you're playing the game. But let's do this. So we'll put our Skinks, Sara Spears to the flanks because those guys are really our only protection against cavalry. And got our Carnosaurs. I'm gonna separate these guys to start with. Less temptation to get them both netted. We will definitely want to pull them together at some points. Okay, let's try this. Bastillodons. Yeah, you can stay on fire at will. Okay. Let's see what we're up against. I don't see any dragons just yet. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, we got a Frostheart Phoenix, Phoenix Guard, White Lions. That is a problem. We are going to get trounced in an infantry fight. We're gonna convince his dragon to keep his distance. His dragon really should be keeping his distance, but if he wants to stay there and take a savage beating, I'm all for it. Those Lothern Sea Guard are gonna be irritating. He's coming up to try and net me. Maybe. He's got nets. We're gonna lose the infantry fight pretty handily. At least I think we will. Is he really gonna come down here? His lord's taking immense damage to my Bastillodons, but we are getting savaged in the infantry fight over. Yeah, there comes the net. Okay, not an unexpected move. Okay, we're getting his lord pretty good, but I'm just not sure if we're going to have enough troops left over to pull off the victory. Let's go get his Frostheart Phoenix. Keep taking down his lord. If we can take that dragon out of the sky, we'll be in a better world. Okay, the Frostheart Phoenix got freaking chewed apart. Stay away from his archers. Okay, his lord will soon be gone. Those Phoenix Guard are a big, big problem. I think they're chasing after my Carnosaurs. Let's just keep him busy and then we'll hit him with the Bastillodons. Stay on his lord. Okay, he's gone out of my range, so hit the Phoenix Guard. Ah, that net. That's going to be irritating, but not the end of the world. Still not exactly sure how we're going to finish this fight. It's going to be a little bit challenging. We got to get Kroq-Gar out of that. Get out of the net. Come on, get out of the net already. Our Bastiladons may get shredded by this Phoenix Guard, so we're going to have to be careful, to be honest, but if we can overwhelm them a little, we'll see. We're definitely going to do a lot of damage. To get that Frostheart Phoenix. Okay, our Bastiladons are taking more damage than I can afford here. Let's get them out of here. Alright, Frostheart Phoenix. Just drop. Okay, let's go hit these guys real quick. Bastiladons, trying to take down the Lord. Let's just use the mobility of these guys here a little. We've lost all of our infantry pretty much at this point, so not good news for us. Oh my gosh, kill that Lord. Let's keep moving here. Kill his Lord. Okay, back in the fight, back in the fight. Let's regroup over here, regroup over here. Please, bring that dragon down. Okay, I got some berserking units coming back in. Okay, get back over here. Okay, he's flying his Lord out of range. Let's get our... We need our Bastiladons alive because they still have ammo. And they're going to be critical to our plan. Here comes a net. That's most unfortunate. Because that's going to pin my guys down right in the middle of his Phoenix Guard. Blast his Phoenix Guard around a little bit. Come on, get that net off me. There we go. To Kroq-Gar, get moving. Get moving. Get moving, Kroq-Gar. Kroq-Gar, get out of that fight. Kroq-Gar. Get out of the fight, man. Holy crap, Kroq-Gar, you're on a giant dinosaur. Extract yourself from the fight already. Okay, his Lord's just hanging out in the distance because he knows he's gonna die. Let's try and kill that wizard. Our berserking infantry's coming back, and it's gonna help us immensely. Okay, the Phoenix Guard's kind of slowly getting worn down. Okay, bring down his Lord. If we win this, it's going to be somewhat miraculous. Kroq-Gar got healed a lot. Lord should be... Oh, come on! 3 straight misses. Let's go do a little damage with our Bastiladons. Try and drag this out a little. Just keep the Bastiladons on the move. Drag these guys out. Is that guy on a horse? I think he is. Come on, Bastiladons, get out of there. Let's put some charges on here. Let's focus down the Phoenix Guard real quick. Keep on the move. Get all our infantry back in. Let's keep our guys moving. We're gonna have to use our mass to our advantage if we want to win this. Okay, Okay, his Lord is coming back around. His Frostheart Phoenix came back. That's frustrating. Kill that Lord. We should have his Lord here. Shouldn't be any excuse this time, Solar Engines. There we go. That did it, folks. Sealed the deal. I feel like we were a little bit lucky here, in the sense that my opponent, I mean, he had the net, which was irritating, but he didn't really have a great answer to my Bastiladons. And he didn't have a good answer to Kroq-Gar either. Like, he did the best he could, but like I was able to heal Kroq-Gar after all that massive damage. His Phoenix Guard certainly can do work against Kroq-Gar if they get some really good extended combat, but it's harder whenever you've got units like these Bastiladons who can take shots at him. The enemy Lord just got completely neutralized for the most part by the Bastiladons, and then my infantry did what they needed to do. They stuck around long enough to be annoying. They got absolutely crapped on by White Lions, but again, they stuck around long enough. The Phoenix Guard fired, or the Lothern Sea Guard fired all their ammo, but to no good effect. I think they wasted some of their ammo on my heavily armored units. This can be a challenge for the High Elves because these dinos have a lot of armor and they can be rather difficult to kill. And Kroq-Gar especially is extremely tanky, And him and another Scar veteran, if you get him on the ground, they can cause immense damage. Now you saw where he used the nets there. The nets can certainly help deal with the Lizardmen. I say help. In the sense that they can help you isolate them or hold them still for a little while you're trying to move infantry in on them. But Kroq-Gar's got a lot of tools at his disposal. Let's talk a little bit about Kroq-Gar. He has some physical resistance that I don't think I used very well during that battle. Yeah, I don't think I used that ability very well. The Bastiladons did exactly what I wanted them to, which is to pressure any dragons. And they actually gave me a bit of a ranged advantage here, thank goodness. And you can see the Bastiladons are pretty good. They don't, like, one of them won't really be enough to be too much of a deterrent. That's why you usually see me, if I bring them in multiples. It's huge risk, though, because these guys definitely need to do ranged damage in order to make themselves viable for you. They are good in melee against infantry. You saw them do that. You know, they were perfectly good at plowing into a melee blob. Right here where he starts firing at me with those archers. This was bad news for me. My opponent, though, was a little slow to react at times, and I think it may have cost him. Of course, you know, I wasn't perfect here either. But, I mean, his White Lions, more than a match. I like the pick of the White Lions in the sense that they are a great answer to Saurus. And they will do pretty well against them. So you can see he brings all these lions. I bring all my extra skinks, Saurus warriors. Over here where I was able to kind of like triple up. This was like the one spot where I got an engagement that lasted somewhat long, but the White Lions still did spectacular over here. Look at that, how quick they rack up kills. And see right here where he pinned my guys down, and he gets a breath attack, but it's not worth it because he's just going to sit here and take a beating from my Bastiladons. And then Kroq-Gar's shotgun ability, whatever you call that thing. Yeah, I mean, just look at the damage his dragon has taken. And since he chose a light wizard, light mage, instead of a life, you know, like something that can heal, he's gotten a way to heal his Lord over here. And again, you land this Frostheart Phoenix, which to me was a big mistake. And you see how quickly armored large units get torn apart, especially by Kroq-Gar and Carnosaurs here. This Frostheart Phoenix is a tough unit, and it got absolutely melted under the pressure. And again, his Lord, it has a lot of hit points. It took a long time for this to come to fruition, and my infantry, although it's losing massively, it's holding. And that's what I needed here. Here where he comes back in to pressure my Bastiladons, this is a great move on his part. The White Lions have armor piercing. If he can get them in an engagement where my Bastiladons are not moving around, he can cause some damage to him. But you can see here the archers, this 140 armor. His archers are going to be like pretty insignificant. In this case, pretty insignificant. The Phoenix Guard has physical resistance, not magic resistance. That's why you saw me shoot it real quick with my solar engines, because they actually do a lot of damage. You can see there, just after a couple of shots, how much of the Phoenix Guard was able to be dealt with. But again, these guys get into combat, and they will start ripping you a new one. should see some damage mounting. Nah, I'm able to get away, that's why we didn't. Frostheart Phoenix is back again. This is a tough unit. You can't underestimate these Phoenix units. I like Phoenixes, they're fun to use. They're like a faster way to have something similar to a dragon. Yeah, again, Phoenix Guard here, this is a weakness for them too when they get into Lizardmen. They're good, but if you can just send them flying everywhere and you're able to keep your units moving, the Phoenix Guard aren't very effective because they just can't focus on a single target. Woo. Yeah, that birdie's picking the wrong fight right here. You don't start a fight at Jurassic Park. Yeah, see over here where my Bastillodon didn't keep charging and he goes into prolonged combat, the White Lions actually get a lot of damage, but if you're a good player and you can micro enough to keep your units moving, I finally do it over here, then the infantry won't really be able to put you through that kind of pain. His Lord finally gets some use over here by dropping into this infantry fight that was dragging on forever, and that's the only reason it mopped up. Otherwise, we could have stuck in here longer, but look at that, 160 some odd kills. White Lions completely and wholly superior to the infantry that I brought in this case. But after taking another solar flare to the anus, it looks like their Lord is quite happy to call off that engagement. Yeah, look at all the arrows from the Lothern Sea Guard. Damage, but not enough damage. That's one of the things about Lizardmen you can't forget is these guys can heal. They can tank a lot of damage. They have the cold-blooded ability. They have Bastillodons with Revivification Crystal, or whatever you call that thing. So they can do some pretty significant healing. Ooh, that dragon. Just on the edge of his life there. So yeah, Krokgar's able to get away. And then at this point, you all kind of know how it ends, because I just played this a moment ago. But yeah, these Bastillodons are now a difficult target for the enemy to take down. He doesn't have enough arrows to cause significant damage. These nets, man. Nets are forever annoying. But this is an example, like I always see people saying that, nah, the nets are completely OP. They are very strong. But see, like right there, even with the net, I can use Krokgar's ability. I blasted back all the infantry, so momentarily it saves me from their damage. So again, there's ways that Krokgar can be very resilient, even in a very challenging situation. I like here how I just could not, like Krokgar couldn't finish eating the High Elves. Come on, quit playing with your food. You see me trying to order him out of the fight, he's over there like, hold on, hold on. Got me a tasty snack over here. That was pretty cool, huh? Infantry coming back from routing, so these skinks, very useful here in the sense that they're going to hold his infantry for another minute, even if it's not that long. That was a close miss by the solar engine. Not so much of a miss right there. I love solar engines. They're a very, very handy unit. I haven't played too far into Lizardmen campaign, but I would make heavy use of these guys in the campaign. Very, very useful. The damage they can cause to infantry and the damage they can cause to lords and flyers. A nice unit, and they double as like multi-purpose infantry killers. So again here, just see me throwing all my units back in here, the sacrificial units, so to speak. Get all these units back in here, hold his infantry for as long as possible. He keeps coming back with his Lord, and he really shouldn't have. Like right there, that was so painful. Like all 3 shots missed his Lord after so many hits. Oh well. Yeah, this is where the Bastillodons will be nice. Now they're tired too, which also slows them down considerably. And then the speed of my Carnosaurs here, not allowing the opponent the engagement he wants, while my Bastillodons do some mop-up work over here. And then again, right here, Phoenix Guard very powerful, but they get charged, similar to most other infantry. Man, their weapons and armor and stuff looks so cool. So yeah, this is not where you want to be in life as an infantryman, getting absolutely clobbered by 5 dinosaurs. You can see that was enough to finish the Phoenix Guard, basically. They're wavering, very tired. That damage on the charge. I think this is where his Phoenix can't resist the temptation anymore. Look at that light wizard, just flying, like cruising around right next to the fight. He knows better than to get engaged in this. Boom! Dragon Hunt was a success. Frostheart Phoenix is dead. That caused the chain route. The rest of the units couldn't stick around. Fun battle. I know I've used a similar army to this before. To me, I find it to be useful against certain High Elf builds. There's certain ones where they're going to get you. I do like a good Lizardman High Elf matchup. I think it can go back and forth depending on how creative the players want to be. I definitely favor the High Elves personally, but I don't know. This is kind of a fun matchup. What do you all think about the Lizardmen High Elf matchup? Who do you think has the edge there? I think the Lizardmen definitely have a one-up on the High Elves with all the high armor units, but I think the High Elves have the edge over the Lizardmen in terms of better cavalry and better unit diversity. And then, of course, dragons. Dragons are going to be very strong. But I don't know. Again, these Bastiladons, man, they make a big difference in this matchup. I don't know. Like I said, I'm curious to see what you all think. Magic-wise, again, the High Elves have some pretty good magic, but so do the Lizards. It just seems like everybody ignores the Lizardmen magic because they're so busy taking Krokgar. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. I'll be back with some more Total War Warhammer online battles soon. Appreciate my sponsor, MSI, and thank you for being here. I can't wait to see you tomorrow with some more action.